how you can find your first pet portrait commission client even if you've never sold before. So hi, I'm Sema Martin. I'm a pet portrait artist and I have been for the last 10 years, and I want to help you find your first client if this is something that you really want to do, whether it's pet portraits or any sort of commission-based art. I want to help you find your first client. So firstly, start with friends and family. They're your warm leads. They know you, they trust you. They're the people that know you the best. So starting with them is the most obvious choice. Your mother, your dad, your sister, your cousins. Ask them, say, oh, you've got a pet, can I draw it? I charge this much. Charge them a small fee to get things going. Ideally, you don't want to be doing it free because you're trying to take yourself seriously as a business. But it's okay to start off quite low, especially when it's friends and family. You've never really worked with them before. It can be quite a tricky situation in some cases, but charge them a fee. Tell them that you're trying to take your business seriously. You need them to actually pay you for your work, and that's okay. You're drawing clear boundaries. You're being confident about yourself and the value of your work. The next thing would be to share things on social media. You don't necessarily need like a business account yet, because I know that Facebook and Instagram do like business versions. So you don't need to do that yet. You can just share on your personal feeds. Just share it and say, oh, hey friends, I now draw cats. If you've got a cat, please message me. I would love to chat about it. It can be as simple as that. It doesn't even need to be that salesy, So share on your personal feeds. That's exactly how I first started. I didn't have even a Facebook page, like a profile page thing. I just had my personal profile. So I shared on my personal profile. I drew this dog, I drew this cat. It actually started off as I drew my sister-in-law's dog for her wedding. So I posted a picture of that. It was for free because it was a gift for their wedding. So I posted a picture of that on my Facebook. And then that's when I got my first commission through a friend. She asked me to draw her cat. So that's just how it all started for me. And it can do the same thing for you. You don't need websites and shops and flyers, and you don't need all of that other stuff, domain names, accounts. You don't need any of that. You can just tell people, because most of the time we forget that if we don't tell people that we're open for business, no one will know that they can buy from you, okay? So the main thing to start doing is to tell people that you are available for commissions. You're available to draw their pet. That is the main thing. And you don't just do that once. You keep telling them. Every week you tell them. Call up your grandma and tell her, I'm available for commissions. I can draw you. I can draw your grandchildren. Whatever it is you want. You can hang it on your wall. This is how much I charge, They want to support you. Your family members and your friends do want to support you, especially if you're trying to take yourself seriously. They are a great place to start. And then you've got other things like creating a portfolio. So when you first start, you might not necessarily have any examples of cats and dogs and things like that. So start creating some, for yourself. I think the first pet that I ever drew was literally just taken off Google. I had no intention of selling it, so it's okay to draw whatever picture you find. If you're trying to sell artwork, that's different. You need license-free images to copy from. But because I had no intention of selling it, it was for my own practice, my own documentation, my own portfolio. I literally just took a random picture off Google. I think it was a pug in a tutu. I thought it was really cute. And I drew that. That was the first pet that I ever drew. I then drew a black dog. I wanted to try out black, black fur. Not as good as how I draw now, but it was a good start. I then drew a ginger cat. So I tried out some dogs, I tried out some cats. None of them were ever for sale. It was purposefully just to show what I was capable of. So if anyone did approach me saying, I've got a black dog, can you commission me? Do you have any examples? I can be like, yes, here's an example of a black dog I've drawn. And then they get to see what they will get from you, if you get what I mean. You're giving them examples of what they hope to be delivered for them. So even little things like putting it in a mount, taking some nice pictures, putting a ribbon on it, like show them that you can present a nice experience for like the least amount of money as well. You don't want to be investing too much money at the very, very start. You want to be building your business as your money grows, as your demand grows. So at the very start, I didn't have like commission boxes and certificates and all that kind of thing. I just had paper, printer paper, okay, and a tin of pencils, and that's all I had, and that's how I built my business from there. As I grew, I got better quality products, better quality materials. I then started getting my gift boxes, my ribbons, my certificates of authenticity. I started building that. It's a slow process of building. So don't worry that you don't have any of that. You can still take commissions. It can still happen for you, especially if you have at least one example of your work, of what you're capable of. And the reason why I say to draw a pet first is like you're supposed to draw what you're trying to attract. So if you want to be an equine artist, draw a horse, not a cat. If you want to be a portrait artist, draw a person, not a dog, if you get what I mean. So draw what you're trying to attract, draw what you're trying to put out there as this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm capable of, and this is what I want to do more of. And just talk about your process. Just tell people, I use colored pencils. I love doing colored pencils, and look what I can do with the colored pencils. And you don't need to go too much into the details of using colored pencils, because most people that will commission you or ask for commissions aren't artists themselves. They're not necessarily interested in the details, as they say. They don't want to know how the sausage is made, okay? It's more about like the behind the scenes of I drew this week, and this is Tabby the tabby cat, and you tell the story of the pet, that kind of thing. That's more of what they're more likely to want to know, rather than I used ultramarine to create this shade and things like that. Like it's not a tutorial. Those are very different things that you're selling here. You're trying to attract pet portrait customers, so speak to them and what they want to know and what they want to hear about pet portrait commissions. And also at the start, it's okay to ask for referrals and ask for shares. Ask your friends and family, can you please share this post on your Facebook profiles? Like, that's okay. You're at the beginning. And if they want to support you, that's their way of supporting you. If they don't directly want to buy from you, they can share your work. Word of mouth is the most powerful tool at your disposal, whether you're starting or whether you're like me 10 years later. Like, I get most of my commissions still from referrals and word of mouth and repeat customers. I generally don't get completely brand new people that I've never heard of before continuously. Like, that's not where I make the bulk of my commission sales. It's from people that either have already commissioned me or know someone that has commissioned me or knows a friend and family. So they're already warm. They already know me in some sort of way. They followed along my journey. Maybe they've been on my email list for the last 10 years and then decide to buy. They warm up and they're nurtured that way. So word of mouth is so important. So ask your friends and family to share your posts, to tell their friends, that's okay to do that. It's a great way of supporting you and to help you grow your pet portrait business if this is really what you want to do. And it's such a great way, because pet portrait businesses themselves can be as big or as little as you want them to be. So if you've got a full-time job, it's a great little side hustle. You can take on as many commissions as you want and as you need. You don't have to make it full-time if you don't want to. That's okay as well. So if you want to know more about how to confidently grow your pet portrait business, then please click the link below to download your free prospectus for my course, The Business of Pet Portraits, and I will see you next time.